What's happening, ladies and germs? Welcome back, episode 35 of the walkthrough. Heading on into finally, truly start the Altus Plateau. As you see, um, and just for basic rundown of what we've done, everything in Limgrave is done. Everything in the area. We have the bottom half of Gala done. We have every single underground region done besides Mogwart's Palace. Obviously, it's very fucking high level. Besides that, we also have done all of Mount Gelmir, the abandoned coffin down here. This time we actually get on up and start the Altus Plateau for real. There's quite a lot packed in here, guys, but seems to go pretty quick. I'd say 3-4 episodes on this one.
Bok, this ready to make.
Did we give him the golden needle yet? Is the real question. We already got the item we need for his quest. Yep, give gold sewing needle. Nothing really comes from his quest besides some dialogue and him being grateful, but
Are you so? I'll bathe now. Master, would you mind? I heard that you endured, so please allow me. You, to my lord, please and please now.
Alright, surely she'd be happy for you.
Mum would be pleased if I'm as good as any royal seaman. Oh, it's still. I need to learn how to.
Alright.
Please.
So we can actually adjust our garments too. Let's see if we have any choices. So we don't have any choices for the helm we have on. Or the armor, it seems. Which is very unfortunate. Ooh, Vibes doesn't look bad. I wish I could remove that big plate on that. I wish, or if we could add like a cape to, the Banished Knight armor, that'd be dope as well. But yeah, so there's some choices you have. This is what Blives looks like without the big old furry ass cape. It's not bad. It's something, Still goes with the arcane feel. We have all this redness. Alright. So what we're going to do now, because it is right here, it's going to change it to nighttime and get the, the one nighttime boss I know of here. Which is going to be our best buddy in the world. Which you guys will see very, very soon. So it's going to be the Knights Cavalry. Still a few more of these guys to face. Buddy, thank you. Alright, that's going to get him out. Because we all love chasing his ass down. Matter of fact, I'll go back some oomph here. Oh, he got hung up, didn't he? Come here, buddy. We're gonna get you. There he is. Alright. Not a bad fight. Just annoying, you're always like chasing after him. He doesn't really seem to want to actually fight, Alright, so. With him taken out, no more nighttime boss to worry about. So what we're gonna do from here is head towards the Dectus Lift. And then go on over to the right to actually deal with a little ruin that has a really nice talisman to get you some more damage. But you gotta stay at full health to use it. So as long as you stay at full health, you'll be fine. But I mean full, it's gotta be full health, not like close to full. It has to be exactly full. So that's gonna work if you're good at dodging and not really getting hit much, or if you're just going to constantly stay on those heals. You know, that's the only way the talisman's going to be beneficial, but I use it a lot. It's called the Ritual Sword Talisman, and it is quite nice. And it depends on your level and your weapons and stuff like that, but I think I was typically getting around, not exactly, but around 100 AR boost. If, you know, you're at full health, just to state that. Because I thought you just had to be like fuller health, like close to full. No, it actually has to be exactly full. 100%. It's like our health right now, that's still technically full health. If I was to describe that, I would call it, oh, I'm not full health. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Just gonna be a handful of demi-humans here. You know, ruins in general are pretty short, you know. Not much going on, usually one doorway. We are gonna have a jumper here. You guys remember what I'm talking about when I say jumper, I'm sure. Yeah, fully charged fireball, see what that does for us. There it is, that's going to be Shield Crash. So Shield Crash is definitely an upgraded version of Shield Bash, in my opinion. Like, it's pretty nasty, that's for sure. And down here we're going to have another Demi-Human Queen. This one's pretty ridiculously easy. As you see, her damage is just astronomical on her. So, there she is. Gilka. The fuck kind of name is Gilka. But yeah, that's Demi-Human Queen Gilka, I guess. So, Ritual Sword Talisman. Like I said, really good if you guys actually want to read it. Raises attack power when HP is at maximum. So, and they mean maximum when they say that, assure you. Alright, so I guess we're going to jump back to Altus Highway Junction. So you could go right to the side of the Grand Lift of Dectus, looking straight at it to the left, and kind of go downhill. And you'd be able to get to an Evergel we want to hit for another good talisman. This talisman is also going to give you more damage on charged spells and skills. So, if it is Ash of War, it'd have to be one you can charge up. If it is a spell, it'd have to be one that can be charged up, not just heavy, you know. Well, I guess heavy attacks aren't special, they aren't skill attacks, but you guys know what I mean. There's not many Ash of Wars that can be charged up anyways. We're going to go down here. This is actually going to be our last Falling Star Beast, so let that be a relief to everyone. And now let's kind of just go tackle this place in the back and take all these guys out. All you're going to get from them is Gravity Stone Fans or Gravity Stone Trunks, which are all consumables. And this does remind me of, like, beside the Pocket Glaive, whatever the hell it's called, over there in Weeping Peninsula. It's got that feel to it for sure. But they are worth quite a bit, you know, 350 with our talisman, so they're pretty good there. So once again, this enemy does have 0 known weaknesses. The only thing that really works is physical. Nothing, you know, frostbite, magic, fire, holy. Nothing really, you know, sparks interest of, oh yeah, he's really weak to this. Let me switch my weapon to this and we can get increased damage. So I do want to state that physical is the only true thing. Alright, as soon as we take him out, we'll see him. Oh, you're not a shield, fucker. Usually comes 3 times with this. I thought we were past it. He just goes and goes and goes. You gotta love it. It's okay. You know, like I said, kind of just tank through it and get your heals in. There There we go. Just try to put him down. If you can get the face and get his head, that's the best thing. But it's really hard to target his head. Block and get that damn heal in. Like I said, it really is quite hard to get to him. There it is. What the fuck? Thought we dodged that. There it is. So that is going to be your last falling star piece. Somber Stone 6. You're gonna get the Gravity Stone Fan, Gravity Stone Chunk, and no, it's a 5 smithing 6. So that's really nice. So after you take him out, we're gonna go back on down. And what we're doing is we're taking another path to that Everjail I was referring to. As I said, if you're going this way towards the Grand Lepidectus, you know, pointing straight at it, if you go to the left, you can kind of drop down a cliff over there. And you can get to it that way, but we had this stuff to do anyway, so I figured it'd make more sense just work our way back. Actually, will also be one camp along the way. This camp is going to give us a stone sword key, and there are, you know, misbegottens there. That's when you see these guys kind of flying around. And we're just going up, you know, from back here next to the Capitol, the entrance to the Capitol, on, you know, the south part. And we're just going straight on down. You'll see the Everjail right there. I mean, I didn't pull up the map, but I just didn't feel like we need to. One more. Alrighty. Now we got him. So as I stated, the camp's right over here. There's gonna be one or two of these guys. No, there's a few. But it's the bigger version. Alright. Grab that. There's the stone sword key. We'll go ahead and heal on up. Come here, little prick. I really hate their faces. Look how creepy their fucking face is, bro. It is so fucking creepy. Ridiculous. Who designed that? That is fucking ugh. They have one of those faces you see and it's almost disgusting. You know what I mean? Like just their face is just disgusting. Alright, so now we can work our way back around. I guess we will still have to drop down. I thought we can go off from the ledge, but it's okay. I mean, same shit. You don't want to drop here. You're going to want to go all the way back down. Doing this, should be able to drop here. Where's the other one? It's like to the side. Maybe it was down a bit further. Yeah, I think it's like right around this way. Yeah, there it is. So all the way down, I guess. Another way around it. You are going to need a stone sword key for this. We did just pick one up, so. There it is. I'm like, I know it's a stone sword key. I just went over all this stuff. Alright. This is gonna be good for the grafted. He's literally just Godric the grafted with the more advanced moveset. Like he's got one or two more moves. He can be staggered. He's got a lot of posture though. Make sure you heal through it. He actually, he does more damage than the other one, you know what I mean? So he hits you again 1 or 2 more times. You might regret that shit. Look at that blood loss. No! Yeah. Where's his hell? I mean, what is really going on here? What the fuck was that? You know what I mean? What the fuck was that? For real though, like I guess, not getting enough damage in. If we had a couple more levels in Dex, you know, he would have been dead, obviously. So let's go grab our runes. We're going to go ahead also and buff up before we go in this time. Not just our weapon, though. You know, we're also going to be buffing up with Flame Grant Me Strength and show you guys this. So this thing only lasts like 30 seconds. It boosts fire damage and physical. So come on, goat boy. His attack patterns are different. He does more damage. That's what I'm saying. He's kind of like got an advanced moveset almost, you know? It is a little bit different than Godric's. Come on. He just hit the same fucking combo over and over. There it is. So glad we got that at the very end of the fight where we didn't even need it, or that may have sucked, you know? But yeah, let's go get us Godfrey icon. If you go and read here, a legendary talisman depicting the Elden Lord Godfrey. So that is another one crossed off the list towards our platinum trophy. We also got a good ass amount of runes, 34,000 with the gold scarab talisman on. So it's really nice. Now we're gonna go knock out our camp. This camp's gonna give us another really good talisman that boosts your guarding ability, meaning it's gonna give you more guard boost. I don't know if it's more guard boost or it's for your stamina. All I know is it's gonna boost your guarding ability. And I've actually used this. I kept this on for a long time when, you know, using medium shields. It does make it much harder to, for them to break your stagger. So what we're gonna do is when we go through there, go through that little alley, we're gonna go up to the right and get behind the camp. And just kind of start taking everything down. Because there's catapults on us. We don't want catapults. Thank you. Because he was being a dick. Alright, so actually the very back will be over here, but, you know, taking those guys out ain't a bad idea. item. Fan daggers. Okay, so we can go to the left. Then we just gotta go to the front and actually take out the ballista guys. Or all this is for nothing. I mean, you don't even have to kill these guys to loot the chest down there. It's the always the catapult guys. You know, we're really after, but there's items up here. Haha. Alright. We're gonna pop this sacrificial twig. Now we can go on down and deal with the catapults and then get a colossal sword, regular colossal sword. No, it's not like the magic version that we got in the Arena, so it's just regular. And it is kind of gold. So I thought it was like a holy version, like there was a magic version and a holy version. Well, it turns out it's just regular. They're just kind of dumb, just sitting here waiting for you to kill them. You gotta appreciate that. Okay, so this first one should actually be the sword. Yeah, Troll's golden sword, and that's the other reason too. But when you look at it, there's no faith requirement, there's no faith scaling, and there's no holy damage or fire damage. So it's not actually a faith sword, even though it says golden. I guess golden is just referring to the golden attributes, not, you know, golden order. So you're going down this way. We've already done, you know, the path up to the Shady Castle, Mount Gelmir, so like the middle and the left and all that's already done. So after this camp, we're really just gonna kind of go to the top of Altus Plateau. So Great Shield Talisman. Talisman depicting a knight holding a great shield boosts guarding ability. The Knights of Lindale once modeled themselves after the Tree Sentinels. Their purpose is to protect that which deserves protection, and thus the shield always comes before the sword. Alright, so from here, let's jump on over to Altus Highway Junction. We've already completed Yura's quest line, so there's no need to drop down to that church. That's also done, which is nice. We're sitting on a level. I'm just going to spin that. Level 118 already. Wait, what were we at with Dex? 35? Okay. So as I mentioned, we're going to take Dex up to at least 40, and then, you know, we'll get on in to Arcane. Might as well just stay with Dex until we get our Arcane, until we get more scaling. It's probably be smarter, but we do want to make sure we bring up that Arcane, though, for sure, for this weapon.
How delightful. I've been doing and will happen.
So Corn's going to be here. He's looking for the Noble Gold Mask, and we're going to find Gold Mask and tell him where Gold Mask is, and we'll do most of his quests. We're not going to do all, at least to a non-trophy secret ending. It has nothing to do with the platinum, and it's just more stuff that we just don't really have time for. You guys can look that up if you want, and I will tell you how to do the quest. I've done it. I've got the secret ending, but it's not a trophy related to it, and you know, it's a bit of a runaround, and you also have to spend a bunch of souls and respect to do it, because you have to use a certain incantation that needs faith and intelligence to reveal. There's like a statue, and the statue is wrong, so you have to change the statue. So you have to use Law of Regression, which is a very high faith and investment, or very high investment. It takes faith and intelligence, so you have to literally use up a larval tier, and like the time it takes is one thing, and that's not the real reason I'm not going to cover it. It's more to do with the fact that we have to use a larval tier, respect back. I mean, it's too inconvenient, you know, especially for something that doesn't give you a trophy. Now, as far as lore goes, and just something cool, it is very much that. It is, like changing a statue around and learning a bit about the world in return. It's really neat. It is. But look that up if you guys are interested. We're not going to waste resources. We still have to go to the DLC. We might want to respec a few more times. You know, I want to save my larval tiers, and so will you. So up here, you just got your basic stuff. You know, a tree coat is added, a couple new shields. This is telling you about what? Imp Shades, that's about the mystery tower, the puzzle tower, and the unseen assassins, which won't even matter. The unseen assassins won't come into play until the consecrated snowfields. And the abandoned coffin was one, but we've already dealt with it. So, I mean, it's a waste of money. So after you get here, we're going to go ahead and use this teleporter. I'm trying to think, just to do something different and show off other builds. I'm really thinking about doing something here. How many 7s do we have? So if we can bring a weapon up to at least +7. 8 7s. Yeah, we're gonna actually go respec real quick. I want to show you guys the Strength Arcane build. And give us something new just to kind of play around with until we get our weapon. We've used this, you know, this setup for 35 hours now, so. So we did pick up the Marius Executioner Sword, which is another legendary ornament you're gonna need for your Platinum Trophy. It is right, where the fuck is it? Right here. So it's an arcane weapon that doesn't have bleed. You know, C strength, D arcane, so strength arcane weapon. It's a solid ass great sword with a unique moveset. So it's got your regular, you know, moveset of great swords, but the charge attack, instead of doing the back swipe, it just keeps doing slam downs, which is really nice. Goes with our build really, really nice. Then obviously, Natural War won't work, but. And that's the other thing I'm kind of using my lower tiers on, because I want to show people different builds as we go through the walkthrough. As long as it's not too far away from our own, we're not going to completely switch it up. I'm telling you guys what weapons are good for each class.
No.
We still probably have like 15 of these things are close to. So we'll keep everything else the same. Then when we respec, we're just going to respec from, like all we're changing here is literally going to be the dex to strength. Everything else stays the same, you know? Everything else stays the same. So I just completely swap everything around here. Get that up to 30. And that to 30. We were higher than 30 though. Weren't we? Or were we behind? What else did we change? We didn't change anything. So maybe we were just up to 30. We had that talisman on. And that's why we were 35. Because nothing else changed. I think their texture's really high. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's, you know, it's temporary. So, but it is a really cool weapon to show off. Strength Arcane. It's just the only weapon for your build. There's one more you get from, you know, you can get Moog Spear, but keep in mind you're not gonna get Moog Spear until like the very end of the game. So unless you play New Game Plus, I'm not counting that as a Strength Arcane weapon you're gonna get to play through. You'll get it, but you're not gonna have the time to use it. You know, New Game Plus. So we're not gonna count that.
Well,
And I'm going to go and bring this up to +7, so it's something kind of cool to play around with for a bit. Should have plenty of stuff we could sell, like this type of shit I'm not going to use, obviously. +6 and +7. So with that, you're already sitting here at 487. A little less AR. About, I don't know, it's almost 500, so probably not much. Okay, so now with that, we'll jump back over here to Forest Spanning Great Bridge. Now, guys, this isn't stuff, you know, we're doing on the walkthrough. You don't have to do this. I'm literally just doing this to show off different weapons for different builds, you know. And I guess it's also been bothering me that we're doing an arcane build and have been putting all these levels into a stat that we have not been able to use at all. So until we get our weapon, this is obviously the logical choice. So we're actually having something in our main weapon for arcane. Remember that always comes in two. This guy's gonna get your armor set. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this shit here is a poise breaking mother effort. It is seriously just phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. I was gonna run up for this weapon way earlier, but just trying to do things the right way. You know what I mean? Like not run off paths to do. Because when I was gonna get this was right around, you know, the underground where everyone was running into their weapons, and I'm like, well, I don't really want to just run out the way when we've been doing so great, doing everything in order. So now what we're wanting to do is we have to go back on this bridge and talk to Gold Mask and all this stuff. But the way I like to do it, we're about to get into Damanula. So there's going to be a windmill here, 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 and a village leading up to the windmill here with the boss fight, and then we talk to Millicent for a quest. So I just like to start in the far west. Just remember, you're going to take your transporter from here. Obviously, just the whole rundown bucket. I already went this far with it, you know. Altus Highway Junction. You go straight on up until you get to the bridge. Once you get to the bridge, you take the transporter, jump to the other side. Then from here, you just go straight to the left, where you're gonna see that wind tower, the farthest, you know, left path away. And there's some stuff to get. We're gonna get summons. We're gonna get a weapon. I will say, if you're just trying to do like a stagger break-in build, where you're like relying on break-in staggers, getting critical attacks, this is not a bad choice. It's actually probably one of the better choices for that. It's not relying on colossal weapons. That's our first windmill. We're gonna kind of stay towards the edge here and go on down. You do need to drop to get something, so. Now, moving forward, as far as our actual stats go, since we're just going to switch strength back to dex when it makes sense, just keep leveling strength for now, you know what I mean? Get as high as you can, and it should line up with your dex, so. So what I'm really saying is if you get your strength all the way up to 60, since we're just reversing stats, when we go to dex, it should be at 60. Now we do our Ash of War. Look at that, 1300. It's really strong. You can charge that. As far as stuff that's gonna, you know, do us favors here, we can put on Godfrey's icon. You guys remember what we said? It enhances the damage of charged spells and skills. That is a charged skill. So with that, you're going to get, and it's actually quite a bit. It's like 20% more damage. It's fucking absurd. Anyways, let's go on up here and get the new Twin Blade. This weapon does better for strength than arcane. Just let that be known. More arcane, more magic. But more strength, more just raw damage. Buddy. So Navy Hood is going to pretty much give you mana, where the Red Hood from Broderica gave you health. So it's like the complete opposite of that. So with that clear, we got the new Twin Blade. But if you really like Twin Blades, there's a really good one up here we're going to get from a boss, and we're actually working our way over there right now. Just in case I don't want to forget, because I'm not really doing this quest. I'm just going to put a marker right here. We got to go back and talk to Gold Mask, so. It's easy to forget that kind of stuff. So from this point, we're going to stay on the main road. Going up left, it's going to take you to Damanula. Up there to that village, to the boss. But there is some stuff on the right to grab. In fact, no need for that marker. We'll go ahead and deal with Gold Mask, because we do got to go clear this little village, right? There's no sense of putting it off, I guess. pretty much what's going to happen here is you're going to have to tell, you know, you go over here, interact with Gold Mask, then you'll be able to go tell Corn about his location, then Corn will come over here, and then that sets the path for, you know, their quest, Corn and Gold Mask quest. We'll be able to get his weird mask too. So after we get this knocked out, when we have this fast travel point, we'll, you know, teleport back, talk to Corn, and then come back again. Alright, time for Dominula. So Dominula, we're going to have more of those witch ladies. And then up top, we're going to have a Godskin Apostle. They're different from Godskin Nobles. I think they're a harder fight. That is my opinion. I think they're much harder. They're like these stretchy guys. It's like fighting Mr. Fantastic, almost. You know, it's very similar to that. It's only about when you're halfway through his health and he gets really stretchy. He uses Black Flame. It could be a problem. It could be a real problem. But all in all, he's not so bad anymore. I used to think he was really bad, like really hard. And a lot of you guys probably are going to also, if it's your first playthrough. He's an extremely tough enemy. When we get to Upper Kaled, he's guarding one of the best faith weapons in the game, for sure. Like, for sure, probably top 2 or 3 best faith weapons in the game. It's a great sword, does Black Flame damage. But you gotta get past him, and he's like a super overtuned version of that. So that's gonna be a buff, obviously. They start working our way on up. So as we work our way on up, there's going to be buildings with scaffolding around them. You need to follow those around just to get the little items on, you know, the side of the buildings. There you go. Okay, 37. Now when you get on up though, I will say, these ladies aren't really even gonna fuck with you. Not like this. Not unless you fuck with them. They kinda just like leave you alone, it's like chilling. Fucking biting yourself and spitting blood on me. That is not very ladylike. Not at all. Okay. Now we can slowly start working our way through here. So like I said, it's got items off to the side. Don't mess with them, they won't mess with you. But if you want to clear it, you know, it's not a problem. But we're just kind of dancing, chilling, minding their own business, you know. Being psycho witches, but not really bothering anybody. Okay. I'm still going to check the buildings even if I know there's probably not anything. And that's just because, you know, I'm human at the end of the day. And it's always possible to miss something. No matter how good you think you are at doing walkthroughs. Anyone can miss anything at any time. So if you notice, they weren't fucking with us. Look at that. One guard counter broke your 6. But as soon as I attacked one, they're on your ass. So do keep that in mind. I think we have to actually go around the other way to get to it. See, there's nothing there. But most of the items are going to be like the scaffolding surrounding the building, but some are behind the buildings too. Then we drop down here in the scaffolding. Just work your way around, make sure you're not missing anything. And it still brings you up to like the next level too. So. There we go, getting this hut. Rune Arc. If you notice, like I said, they're not fucking with us. There's no need to fuck with them. Alright, let's go through like a little barn type thing. I don't know which one to call this, you know. It's like a little barn. Get a room 5. And just keep working our way up. There's actually not too much left here. Alright, so go up to the right when you get like halfway up the steps. I forgot, there's an item back here. Some lovely doggies that we all love and adore. Alright, now we go back up to the main stairs, work our way on up. We will be coming, after this part, we'll be coming up to our next side of grace. I guess they're mad at us for killing Doggy, bro. Or maybe just some attacking some though. I never knew. Because, I realized that they didn't really attack, but during some point, always, I end up taking them all out, but I couldn't remember if it's from me attacking them or some of them just trigger and attack us. Some don't. There's always end up just pretty much killing them all anyway. So, alrighty. Yeah, work our way up, get our side of grace, for the sake of America. Festive Hood, is that the one that gives you more runes? No, their weapon does. So they have a weapon that gives you 5 or 10 runes per hit, every single hit. Let's be honest, you'd have to kill a mob of fucking enemies before it'd ever be any good to you. If you want to summon Mimic here, you can. This guy can be a monster, for sure. I like to try to get some charge attacks on him. Oh, bitch. So you see he's doing a lot of different shit. Black Flame, when we get his health down halfway, he's going to start doing a lot more Black Flame. It's going to be a Black Flame Tornado, which expands everywhere. There it is. So this is where it kicks up. While he's doing that, see if we can do it. This is where it gets all stretchy on you. And that will fuck you up. That's bad. Kind of a rough run, but we got him down pretty easily in my opinion. Then the side of grace will appear. And rest up here, get the Godskin Pillar and Scouring Black Flame. Godskin Pillar is probably the best Twin Blade in the game. As far as movesets and what its capabilities are, it's just a really, really fine weapon. In fact, we can show it off. It is for dex builds, you know, so be stuck with the recommended build. Like I said, we're going back to it, you know. But it's really nice. Really cool looking. Gets great AR. Ashes of War just really seem to do very well in this weapon. I mean, they do every weapon, but with what I mean is like the stats effects you get from them. So it comes with Black Flame Tornado. Now this is not a somber weapon, so you can change that out. Black Flame Tornado is definitely a very special. What is that? Oh, let's see if we can show this. It's a very special Ashes of War. You know what I mean? You're getting all that black flame off as well, so it's really nice. I guess we just get more strokes together. Let's get to talk to Millicent. Let's get turn her into her next spot, send her on. I will tell you guys, if you kill her right now, You get a talisman that gives you 5 points of dexterity and increases your attack power with successive attacks. But if you do a quest, you just get one that greatly increases your attack power with successive attacks. So, both are something to think about. So from there, we're going to jump back to, I guess it's closer to this. Let's go to Altus Highway Junction. Alrighty. So from here, we're going to go over and talk to Corn. Send him over to Gold Mask, and we'll talk to him again there. But let's look at the time. 46 minutes. Yeah, I guess we could do that. The only thing left in Altus, because I'm going to put it to you this way. Like, from like here, this line, like where it gets really dark, everything to the right is up on like mountains and hills. So all of this stuff, this whole top layer, as you can see it right here, that's kind of part of the castle inner or outer wall. What happens is you go to where the wall is, it's like right here, and everything on the inside kind of loops around, or it's all kind of like on the same level. So I separate that. So as far as everything left in Altus, guys, next episode, all it is taking the boss of this tree, hitting these little ruins in here, hitting this tunnel, and then this cave. And that's like Altus. Everything else is like, the capital outer wall. So one more episode in actual Altus, then I think we'll have 2 in this area, because there's a lot. There's churches and heroes' graves and ancient dragon fight, and a tower over here. Then over here you have tunnels and divine towers, loose loot items to grab, another hero's grave, NPC quests, boss fights, and I think there's a nighttime boss fight. I mean, there's just a lot of shit going on, you know what I mean? But just wanted to let you guys know how we're going to section this out. Let's go on up for now and go ahead and talk to Mr. Corn.
Well then, from your description.
So tell him about Gold Mask's location.
May the golden.
Then we can go ahead and jump back to Forest Man and Great Bridge, as this will be the closest way. We do have a few more things here to do, guys. Just a few. First of all, when we get here, we're going to drop down. There's just, there's other paths to worry about. And that just drops us down way beneath that, so we're not worried about that. Why the hell? Is that really where it dropped us? I guess it is. I don't know why I never paid attention to that before. Okay. So let's go and jump back over. The closest one would be Windmill Village, side of Grace. We're about to talk to Gold Mask one more time, and Corrin. After that, we just have some little loose loot items. One of those carts being pulled to deal with, just little stuff. Let's go all the way down. Oh. I fudged up. It's just too many damn bridges. I'm looking at the wrong one. It's the top of it. It's all the same bridge, but it's so many different pieces. Alright, so we have to keep going up. Still the best side of Grace for it, but still. Alright, so once you get all the way up, kind of by that first windmill we hit, I can't break the map yet, but yeah, so it's kind of between the first 2 we hit right here. So all the way up for that. Where it took out the mage. So Corrin should be over here by now. And there he is. So we're gonna go over here and talk to them, get their dialogue. Corrin, find out how weird he is. He's so weird.
Thanks to you, I have become acquainted with the noble Gold Mask himself and taken my place by his side. Have no fear. I will still teach you.
He's acting like a big shot. Oh, don't worry.
We must do so quietly. such that we not disturb.
Even with Gold Mask now, still so you can like,
Oh.
bro, you're fucking weird.
The
Watch
master
this.
is always deep in contemplation, while I frantically attempt to record his wisdom, the movement of his finger. And though I am yet to comprehend even the daintiest morsel of his wisdom, I know that this is my life's calling.
It's life's calling to watch a crazy person move his finger at the sky. Like, it's like, dude, you are gone. You're sitting here wasting your life, brother. Like, seriously, you're wasting your life. I'm actually concerned for Court. Don't get me wrong, I like the guy. I mean, I don't dislike him. I don't like him or dislike him. You know, he's just kind of there. But yeah, I just feel bad for him for how dumb he is. And maybe Gold Mask is the real deal. Maybe they're on something. You know, but it's still weird. Like, you really feel your life's calling is just to stand there and watch bro. Like, you gotta do more with yourself than that, brother. But anyway, I just thought it was really strange. I wanted to share that. So we keep going up. It may be down, actually. We're trying to get back to the bridges. Okay, it's down. It's down. You're going to see other sections of these bridges, and if you go a certain route, you could jump over and get the Gold Mask. Now, typically, I'm pretty sure you'd have to wait to do this, but if we can get down here, it should have been, I thought there was a Spirit Spring. We're trying to get down and get that side of grace, but we don't want to fall and die to the damage, right? So. Yeah, there is. I was like, I know it's here. Let's just go ahead and use the Spirit Spring. Oh, we probably overlooked it. We were probably looking right at it. Or is that the wrong one? So, yeah, we could still use it because we can get over here. So if you get up, like right here, to the first drop, not where it gets lower, and grab this side of grace, which is going to help us next episode, guys. Now from there, what we're trying to do is get over here. Yeah. Just gonna turn around. Now, yeah, this is it. So if you go on down here, you're gonna see where like the bridge is kind of broken over here. So follow this around to the left. And we'll actually be able to drop down on this bridge. And grab that. I like to, you gotta kind of do this on foot though. I mean, I guess you could use torrent. It might be a bit risky to fall off. It's not gonna take damage, but just in case you can't. I mean, you can probably get back up on torrent, but just in case you can. Then from there, we could actually jump over here to Bridge of Inequity, and you know, we could just hit it from behind and make sure we're not missing anything. We just gotta cross the bridge. And this will be, you know, the end of this episode, ensuring we didn't actually miss anything, alright? So this is exactly where we were. But for one, we can't get back up once we drop down. For two, it just kind of lets us hit it from the backside, and like I said, ensures we're not really missing anything. So you will see just like some basic soldiers here and there. The only thing of actual note is the carriage being pulled right here, and to the left, there's actually going to be a guy you can take out. And doing so, he's carrying a chest. So from here on out in the game, it's not too often, but here and there, you're going to see like little commoners, little bum-looking dudes, and they're going to have a chest. And there's, for the most part, rune 10's in it every time. So that's 5,000 runes right here. There you go, golden rune 10. I'm pretty sure when you get to concentrated snowfields, they become like golden rune 12s. So do keep that in mind. You know, it is worth your time. So we picked up a weapon at the Blood Wraith Ruin. What the fuck? Y'all seen that? One heavy attack. I'm telling you, this weapon is dope. But yeah, so we picked up the weapon from doing that evasion. That big ass mace. So you guys are about to get access to it as well. also kind of lets you have both, which is pretty cool. Where is he? You gonna attack me or? Alright, any hoosers. Now we can go back this way. We're about out of time, but it's perfect. Like, perfectly lined up once again for our episode, because right when we're done with everything I have planned, we're out of time. So that's how I know we're doing a good job, and everything actually goes to plan like that. We're not wasting time or anything, like, because if we were, we wouldn't get everything covered, right? So now you can be wielding a second Great Stars. It's also, if you remember, if you're like, damn, the damage is really good, but it doesn't seem as high. Well, we're only at +7. So you guys, if you like this, if you decide to do Strength Arcane, like you wanted to use some Arcane stuff, and you've been using some Strength weapons, this is the weapon for you guys. And it's just, or if you're just doing like a melee build, you just want a really good greatsword, this is it, you know? But having this at +10 is obviously going to get you much more damage and much more scaling. Just make sure you go heavier into strength than you are arcane. But I can see someone going, you know what, I just want a pure physical build. I'm going to use, you know, like a good crossbow. I'm going to, you know, I just want a good greatsword and a nice shield and keep it simple. This is probably the best greatsword for that type of situation. I mean, you have other ones too, like Blasphemous Blade, but I think Blasphemous Blade works better when you're using incantations and stuff like that. You just want a solid choice on a greatsword. I mean, this thing, it's breaking staggered like fucking crazy. Excuse my language, but it really is. It's fucking absurd. It's awesome, and it does have good damage. Only thing is, and look at this, it's already getting B scaling and strength at +7. So you're getting B scaling. It's awesome. Arcane's still getting you some damage, more base than anything else, but yeah. I mean, for a simple great sword and shield build type, maybe using, like I said, a crossbow instead of a seal, this would be a phenomenal choice. Phenomenal choice. Just remember, go higher in strength than you are arcane, and you will be just fine. Now, for next episode, like I said, we're going to have the tower here. It's invisible, you can't even see it yet, but you will. So we'll have the tower, boss fight, ruins, tunnel, cave, done. So I do believe the best side of grace to start from would be Road to Inequity side path, as it's already down on the lower section, and we can kind of just run straight over. Because this tower is going to be different. Solving it, you're going to have to like do something here, do something here, do something here. So it's already sending you all over the place, and everything else is pretty much right here on the side. So we could just run straight on down, hit this stuff, and then, you know what I mean, and then just get all this stuff together, and then we just gotta jump on over and get the cave. It looks like I lost connection, so we're gonna close out here. That way it doesn't cut us off. But yeah, we'll be picking up next episode right at the side path, Road of Iniquity side path, and, you know, finish up Altus Plateau before moving over to the Capital Outer Wall. So we'll see y'all back here shortly.